Hi class, my name is Keyshawn Saunders, and for this specific project I wanted to relate emotional expression to sadness and how we can use music to connect the two, I suppose. Um, for me, music is obviously some form of emotional release. It allows you to express yourselves in a variety of creative manners based off of the types of music that you play, or listen to, or indulge in. It sort of gives away the type of person that you are, kind of, more or less, sometimes more than less. But nevertheless, it's something that you aim to relate to. And as such, there's some connection between an individual's music choice and their experiences as a person. As such, I think that some people also are on this range of how happy or how sad they are consistently. And for me, I think I'm more towards the sad range, so I wanted to make this presentation on discovering why it is that some types of music lean towards some personality types. As a result, I went through with this, and I titled it, It's Just Better When It's Sad. Ultimately, my opinion on music is that even when I'm feeling good, I'd really enjoy to listen to music with a more downcast tone. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's something psychological. There's some greater connection that I have to music that is downcast and overarchingly maybe not dark, but definitely not upbeat. Sounds that are just major scale or happy tones. They don't hit the same as something that's minor scale that has these nice, deep, dark riffs or heavier lyrics, both in meaning and in terms of delivery from the artist. And I aim to embody that with this project here. The work that I used was a series of experiments, actually, with the scientists measuring how people were affected by listening to the music. Well, various types of music. And in general, it's easier to classify music to an aesthetic than it is to a specific tone, which I guess would be a genre, I suppose. An aesthetic would relate more directly to a genre as opposed to as opposed to a specific emotion, purely because emotions are just so strange and hard to classify. That's why we make music, after all. And as such, certain types of music work better with certain genres than others. Nevertheless, I think that there's still variety present within the various types of music genres, whether or not it be rap or pop or jazz, blues, rap, rock. Said rap twice, by the way. But all of them have their own unique little stances on how the artist is feeling. And I think their main goal is to get the individual or the listener to be able to relate to it. To be hey, I understand this. I get where you're coming from. There's something deeper to these lyrics. There's some meaning or purpose behind it. And I'm just trying to say that, hey, it's not that good right now. Or maybe it is really good. It could be perfect. I actually don't know. But ultimately, there's the connection that's being made between the artist and the listener. The fact that they understand and that they're trying to just, support both their audience and themselves, because it's a symbiotic relationship in a way. Both parties are gaining some positive benefit, and I believe that it's eventually leads to healing. There's a variety of different emotional responses that comes onto listening to music, sad music as well. It could even generate happiness, because the music itself doesn't relate to the emotion that is perceived, but instead just the overarching tone of the sound. But I can definitely listen to a sadder tone or a sadder song and feel happy or upbeat about it. And that is one of the other motivations that I had behind this project, just to decipher why. Ultimately, it seems to be that those connections that the individual has made with the meanings behind the song and their experiences with the song is ultimately what affects their emotional relationship to it. For example, a very common term used to describe their feelings by people in the experiment was melancholy, a feeling that's more or less associated with nostalgia than it is with straight up sadness or anguish. And as such, it's very important to know those emotional ties and the reasons behind them. And as such, I think that's a pretty good way to conclude it. Ultimately, the music isn't what brings down people when it comes down to it. I think that there is something deeper, and that is the ability for an individual to make some external external development, external emotion or reaction to some lyrics or song or piece, and that is what leads to feeling and is, I guess, therapeutic in a way to many people. As such, I'd like to say thank you and have a good day, night, whatever time it is.